JL Rock, percent off collector, and we're here with another Transformers unboxing and review. And this one, man, I've been waiting for a while. Oh, look, I got a little bug in my window here. This one I've been waiting to open up for a while because it's the Transformers Legacy United Leader Class Galaxy Shuttle, and I love shuttles. I don't really know what it was as a kid. I loved going to the little NASA exhibit. Look at it. It's my video. Get out of my video. And I remember watching like the shuttle launches and stuff like that on TV. So I always liked it. And even though I didn't see this actual show, because this one was the Japanese release. It was, let me see. I did write it down here. Oh yeah, it was Fight Super Robot Lifeform Transformers. So he was on those shows. So I never got to see it. But I watched it on YouTube later. So it just looks awesome. I mean, and look at it. It's like a triple changer, like freaking Astro Train. So I love that. And we're going to be going through these steps. So you can see here the box and everything. But you know you're here to see the actual unboxing of this. I'm going to take this thing out. I'm going to take... You're done, son. Oh, you're done. He's not done. This thing is like a mutant. I hope nobody out there is like insect lovers, because this thing's gonna die. Because it's like, nope, you don't miss my videos. Alright. So here it is out of this plastic prison, and it's come with the United Transformers instructions, but man, you know me, and if you don't, let me explain. I suck at transforming, so I'm going to be going most likely to EMGO 316 to do this. But before that, we're going to take a look at it in the robot mode. Take this out of here, free it from the plastic. Let's see on the back here. I don't keep any of this stuff, so none of this matters to me. Oh, there's a piece of plastic. They must know, like, they go through and they know like what kind of way people are gonna open this, and they prepare for that. So that's cool. Now we got this little piece of paper that we don't need. Then we got the other base down here that we're gonna take out, and the accessories here. So take a look at that. But I guess let's start with the figure, and then we'll get to the accessories. So let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see better what's going on here. All right, so the figure itself, it's kind of interesting that it came with the legs linked like that. I guess it makes it easier to store it, I guess, or whatever. But good feeling, good look to it. I mean, I always like a black and white look, so that just looks sweet on its own. Let me pan down a little bit so you can see better overall. So yeah, the design is really nice. Like I love, like, I know like a lot on the Siege line, you'd see these kind of lines and sculpts here on the side. I always thought that made it look even more robotic and stuff like that, regardless of what the transformation mode. I mean, in the back here you can see where you get the formation for the train and the shuttle in the back. So yeah, in the back, you know, not as impressive, but I mean, that's cool. I mean, for me, honestly, it's that shuttle mode, and I'm going to show you later my little floating Air Force, what I do with my flying vehicles. But you got pretty good range of motion as far as the arms. You can go out, bend. Let's see here, we got fists. No, it looks like it's just that turning part of the transformation. With the head, seems like the head not as much movement as far as up and down. I mean, you can turn it. You got a little bit of look up, but that's about it. And there's a bunch of Transformers that are like that. And then with the legs, I mean, you can get the bend, but then you have this in the back, and it's like you got to kind of play around to do that. But I mean, then it's up there like in that motion, and it's really supposed to be down here like that. So And then you got the flaps here that also interfere with like how it turns. But without it, if you move it around, you can still put it back down. Then you can get a good split, get that Jean-Claude Van Damme. Again, shout out to Captain Kyle, bringing that up. I always thought that was great. Got full waist turn, probably part of the transformation as well. Then you got the feet down here. Yeah, you got a little bit of a rock, but you can see here how that's designed. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And I mean, here, I don't think if there's another mode for this, because I guess this could be used for something else, but I don't think so. Let's take a quick look. I think it's just part of the combination and the transformation, but I know that sometimes it's like, oh, it could be a base or something like that, but it looks like this connects on to the part of the transformation when you're in both the shuttle mode and in the train mode. So, and that's cool. All right, so let's see what we got here. Got a bunch of accessories, so we're gonna pan down, look at that real quick. Alright, so got a bunch of weapons here. That's cool. Got the black weapon. Ooh, like a minigun. That is sweet. Then missile launch. And then another gun. So it's like all together you could play. And I know like on some of the pictures they have a mixture of the minigun and then the black gun. So that looks sweet, having both like that. So I think that with both the guns, and I'm pretty sure like with most of these, any of these connections back here, you could plug it in as well. So looks like someone's, I'm not sure if you guys hear that, someone's alarm is going off on the car. So I do apologize by that, but you know, hey, it's life. And then on the sides here, I guess, depending, I mean, pretty much anywhere where there's a connection, you could put this. But I thought, I was seeing if I was missing, if there was a spot like on the top, you know, kind of like sitting on the shoulder like this to fire, but I'm not seeing that, so probably not. But I mean, basically you see the connection here that you can connect in different places. I was just checking to see. It looks like also it could be connected to the gun. I'm just trying to see, is it, because it looks like these really look good here on the side like that. And then it looks like on the, oh, because yeah, I guess this could be like, let's see, yeah, so you could connect on the gun pieces here too. So it can look like you can do extra with that, which is actually cool. I like that, just you could put it on either side. I'm just checking the other guns. It looks like, yeah, it looks like that's only on that mini gun there. So, as I said, I think overall, cool looking transformer. Like, it looked good on the shelf, especially with the way you can mount the guns in different places like that. I mean, it looks like you could even put them down here and stuff like that, just for storage. But overall, I think that for me, it's definitely going to be about the mode. And of course, we have this here, it's kind of its own little like thing. I guess it could, I guess it can kind of roll around, but I don't think it does anything else really besides just as the actual piece. But let's put it in my favorite mode first, which is the actual shuttle mode with a little bit of movie magic. All right, and we're back, and now we have it in shuttle mode, and I'm going to just point out a couple of points in the transformation that were kind of difficult. It was kind of funny because I did a double take looking at it, because at first when you look at this, when it's done, it does look like there's, like, it's missing something, right? And I really thought, I'm like, wait, does something else go on to it? I was starting to think, I'm like, am I supposed to somehow connect this in here? But No, actually, just to confirm, and I did check online as well. If you look, oops, let me expand out. If you look here and you look at how it looks, that is how it looks. That is kind of weird. It's just, it kind of gives it like it's not finished mode. I mean, I still think overall it looks cool. It has that shuttle look to it. You know, at the bottom you could already see where you have the train and everything right there. And as I said, like even looking at some of the videos like EMGO 316 and Toys R Us RUSS, you know, they even talk about how this is kind of like Astro Train, but I have no problem with that because Astro Train is one of my favorite Transformers. So what I talk about here is like this gap here, and it looks like this is one of those things that once you fix it, maybe after a couple of transformation it gets better, but so almost every video I saw, there was different it varied how big of a gap this was. A lot of it is just really just lining up tabs. Like back here, when you tab this in, that was something that can be difficult. There's a part where you fold the arms and the arms bend over and you have to hit the tab there, and that sometimes can be tricky. For me, it wasn't too hard. I had to give it just a little bit of elbow grease, which I notice I often have to do, but I have to say, I really like the way it looks. And just to give you an idea, shuttle to shuttle though, let's zoom out a little bit so you can see. So this is the, I mean, look at the size of that bad boy. So this is Skylinks. And I mean, to me, this is just great because first of all, it just looks so complete. And then it even has the NASA on it. So compared to that, you know, I mean, you could just see there the difference in sizes between the two. So I mean, obviously it's smaller, and obviously being a triple changer and all that, there's going to be differences and things like that. And even though I guess technically Skylink's the triple changer as well, but you could just see overall just the differences. Though I guess the triple change it's two separate parts. Like I don't even have the bottom part to the Skylinks. I do have it, but I mean I don't have it showing it off right now. But it's kind of like almost like having the separate bottom part here for Galaxy Shuttle. But just to give you an idea, just in scale between the two and just how it looks, you know, you can see the differences. But as I said, I don't really have a problem. I just still think that overall this missing piece kind of is strange to me. Now, just like how you can mount the guns on the hands, you can like on the shoulders, on the wings, you can do the same thing here. So you can juice up your shuttle, have it ready for battle like that. And I mean, honestly, I'm pretty much everywhere, and I think here is where the missiles could come in even more. Like you could put this on the side, then I mean this and the other one too. Like let's say the other one you wanted to put also here on the side, then you want to put the missiles. I think it can fit back here. Yep. So I mean that's kind of cool. I mean you could play around with how you want to design it. You can either go crazy. I think you can fit back here as well. Let me just try that real quick. Let's take that and see. And it kind of pushes here. I wanted to see if I could squeeze it in, but I don't think so. Yeah, so you could even do that, and I'm pretty sure I could. Yep, it could just fit. So I mean, you can really go out as far as the battle looks like that. So I think that's cool. But as I said, it just looks like there should be plastic that goes here. So that's kind of a weird sticking point for me. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible. And as far as shuttles, I mean, I still have to get the Velocity version as well. So as soon as I do, I'll do a video on that. But we're not done yet because we're going to show you what it looks like in its train mode, and that's where this extra piece will come into play. All right, so we're back, and now we're here in the train mode, and here you get to see where this comes into play. And don't worry, I'm going to show you the base mode at the end for the shuttle, because basically I'm going to turn it back into shuttle mode before I hang it up for my aerial grouping, which I'll show you as well. But I think the train mode is pretty cool. The only thing that is discussed is how it kind of doesn't sit flush. If you look here, you have an area where this tabs in and it kind of like bends, but it doesn't really lock in. And people say that after a couple of transformations and stuff, that does start to happen, and it'll look better, but it can be a little stubborn at first. This actual conversion is not that bad. As you could see, like when you turned it upside down, a lot of it was already there. It's just a matter of like tabbing it over, flipping this around, and then basically you're rotating the front cone, because this is basically the same cone, but then you rotate the pieces out, and then that's how you get that train head. And then of course this, which doubles as the launch platform for the shuttle, clicks onto the back, and it actually can spin around. But this is supposed to be how it sits, like this. And it's kind of interesting because it does give it like that train car look. And then like on the box, you could play around with how you put the different things on here. I always thought having like the missile cannon up here could be cool too. And then of course you can kit out the sides as well. I think on the box they have the black gun paired up here, but I thought it'd be cool all red. And then even though this would be, because, oh no, you actually can see, like, I thought so, because see, to me that looks better, because like if you look on the box, and I'm not saying there's any really bad way to do it, but if you see they put that there, which that could be cool too, they have the missiles there. But I don't know, I always like the idea of that front cannon, and it's all black, so it's almost like a shadow cannon on it. But I like how it looks. I mean, it's a cool looking train. I've never been a train person, but I definitely loved going to some of the museums where they had the trains up there, and even sometimes they had a miniature one at one when I grew up in Chicago. That was really cool. So this is pretty nice. I mean, this on the back, like I said, is kind of, it does look like it's just a train car. And basically this one, that's weird because you have to, again, elbow grease. So you see, you just plug that into here, and as you can see, this rotates alone. So I mean, you can have this separate as itself. So overall, I think that's cool as far as a train mode. It's not bad, but I mean, I'm still with the shuttle. I will say, unlike the shuttle, this does look complete like a train. So again, it makes me even think more about the fact that the shuttle mode, that back piece, it just looks like it's missing. Like, you know, like a chunk of his, hull got torn off or something. So that's pretty much in a nutshell. But the last thing I'll show you is what it looks like on its platform. Alright, so here it is back in the shuttle mode, and as you can see, you have the little launch pad, and here you can do not that much with it, but just so I'm gonna give you a good look. That's basically how it looks. And remember how I showed you the rotating nodules that you could put this in? Well, once you put that in like so, then you're able to rotate it around as well, that's a cool little part to it as well. And then on the side, you can basically put different things in all the pegs. I decided to put some of the other weapons there, but you can see pretty cool design, very basic. I mean, I guess you could play around with how it is too, like you could put it back like that, but basically on the box they have it like this, and then you have basically the shuttle launch area. So I think that's a cool little part to it. I wish that, again, this section here was better put together, but overall not bad. Now this figure, as far as price, can be a little tricky, but I'll tell you a little bit about that. But first, while I'm doing that, let me show you where this is going to be displayed. Alright, so here you can see, here is my flying Air Force that I have in my office. And can you spot where I put the Galaxy Shuttle? So I mean, over here you can already see that I have Skylinks in their normal spot, and then we have Galaxy Shuttle hanging out over here. So basically this is just fishing line, and then you see the hooks up there on the popcorn ceiling that everyone hates, including me. So there you go. So this goes along with the rest of my flying armada, and this allows me space because you can see here all the stuff that I collect. So this is a good time to say I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that you guys consider giving us a subscribe, because you can see here I got a lot of toys here, and I do different videos unboxing, but I also do reviews, so you get a little extra look. And you can see down there is I have many of my female Transformers. You can see that most of these are female figures. I specialize in that. So I have tons of videos. We're almost gonna hit 1,000, get monetized. So if you consider subscribing, I'll really appreciate it. Now, as far as the shuttle itself, you can find this basically around 50 bucks. I got it on sale for around $34. It was at a Target special. I think it was through one of their sellers. But you can even find it on Amazon now for about 50 bucks. But I would actually wait, because every once in a while you can catch it on sale. So until next time, remember the phrase that pays: no discount, no deal. Alright, let's take off and head for the stars.